Hey, I'll tell you what. The end of that first half, man. I was worried. I'm not gonna lie. I was stressing. I went into this game today against Wolves with the idea that it's a must win. When you look at the 3 games we have after this, when you look at the poor results we've had in our last 3 games, namely West Ham and Everton, this is a must win. Not just in terms of the stakes, but also the opposition. Wolves, a gimme, a team that have not won all season long, a team that haven't scored in the last 5 games. Bro, we needed to win this game. And in style. But I'm not gonna lie, those last 10-15 minutes of the first half had me stressing. But second half, Man United came out and took care of business. First and foremost, let's just say this. That was one of the worst games, quality-wise, I think you will watch in the Premier League this year. And I owe Man United an apology, and I owe Amorim an apology. Because last week, I said, this is the worst brand of football in the league. I was wrong. Wolverhampton Wanderers, how the mighty have fallen. I've been watching Premier League for a long time. Almost 20 years this next year. This is up there, or rather down there, with the worst sides I have ever watched in the division. Derby, I watched. 07. I watched them. Southampton last season, I watched them. There was a Reading team I remember really bad. Huddersfield, horrible. This is down there with anything I've seen, guys. This team Wolves, yeah. I mean, their fans already showed how displeased they were in this game. Boycotting the first 15 minutes before all coming. And just watch the way they played today. I have never seen United in a long time play with the amount of space they were afforded to at times today. It was ridiculous. Xerxes in the second half receives the ball on the halfway line, traps it, takes 6 touches to turn around, and no one has closed him down. It was crazy. So Wolves, let's call it what it is. They're going straight down. But for 10 to 15 minutes, the worst team in the Premier League had Man United where they wanted them. They looked Man United in the whites of their eyes today and said, allow us to have this dance. And for about 20 minutes, they actually did. Very, very concerning stuff. But ultimately today, quality has told. And quality is usually telling against Wolves. So some people are going to be super, super excited about this game. I'm not really excited. This was the bare minimum for me. Wolves are terrible. If anybody is expecting me to come out of this game glazing United and over the moon about our performance and wow, this is the... No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. For me, the games against Bournemouth, the games against Aston Villa, and the games against Newcastle tells me where this team is. Not a game against Wolves. Not at all. No. I will say there were some good performances in there. I thought Mason Mount today was sublime. I thought Mason Mount today didn't put a foot wrong. His passing today, his turns, his link-up play, his ability to retain the ball under pressure, which not a lot of players did a good job of today. His goal was taken fantastically well. His run was almost just as good from it. He had this one pass on the half volley to Mbemo that was just out of this world. Mason Mount today was my joint man of the match alongside Bruno Fernandes, who, again, today put on a virtuoso performance. 3 goal contributions, if you want to call it that. 2 goals, 1 fantastic assist to Mason Mount. And just in general, Bruno was a cut above everyone on the pitch today. So good. The 2 of them can honestly be extremely proud of their performance today. And I'm not going to lie, Mason Mount is a starter for Man United. Tomorrow, I'm starting Mason Mount. Against Bournemouth, I'm starting Mason Mount. Against Aston Villa, I'm starting Mason Mount. Against Newcastle, I'm starting him. Because the 2 guys that are playing those 2 number 10 positions are 2 new signings. I'm not going to lie, guys. The performances over the last few weeks haven't been impressive. Cunha, I'm not going to lie, I don't think has really gotten going at United yet. I think he's had flashes. I think he's had moments. That game against Arsenal on opening day, fantastic. But overall, he had a few nice touches today, but the final touch from Cunha today massively letting him down. And there's a few times with Cunha where I'm looking at him and I'm like, for a player who's all about dribbling and taking his player on, your first touch often lets you down. And then Mbemo started the season unbelievably well. He went on a crazy goal-scoring run, and granted, he scores today. But I have to be honest, Mbemo in the last 4 games has been poor. Against Everton, I thought he was non-existent. Against Palace, I thought he was virtually non-existent. Against West Ham, nothing he tried came off. Today, on the fringes of the game. If I have to pick a team tomorrow, Mason Mount is starting in those number 10 positions. He is. He absolutely is. Today's performance was fantastic. And then you know the work rate that he provides, defensive reinforcement. Mason Mount's a good player, man. And there's a reason why every manager he works under and likes him, plays him. He would be playing for me. But the 2 number 10s have to be doing a lot better. And that's not me giving up on them. That's not me turning on them. I'm just an honest fan. I haven't been impressed by Mbemo and Cunha over the last few weeks. And I think we spent a lot of money on them. We're entitled to be expecting better performances. I don't think the way Mbemo is playing at the moment in terms of the system really suits him. I think he's a player that wants the ball in behind. getting chances on goal, right? That's his game. He doesn't really want the ball and have to break down defenses. He's not that kind of player. But I have to be real with what I'm watching. I don't think the two of them are doing enough right now. Overall, I think this was a game that Man United were always going to win. But for me, it was more about how they would win the game. If United lost this game, genuinely, guys, we need to have serious conversations about the football club. If United loses if they even draw to Wolves, that's sackable offenses, not just for Amorim, but for players as well, too. When we went into halftime 1-1, my head was on Mars. Because I'm sorry, I feel like you could assemble a group of players off the street tomorrow, from the streets of Manchester, and form an 11, and they can go toe-to-toe with Wolves. I looked at the 11 before a ball was kicked, and I'm sorry. It's like, who are these dudes? Like, Moller-Wolfa. Granted, he got an assist today. Krejci, Hoover. I'm looking at the bench, like, Aro Kodare, Matheus. Who are these players? Where did these players spawn from? I feel like I know a lot of footballers. I feel like if you ask me to name most squads on a Premier League team, I can name their players. I'm sorry, guys. With all due respect, I don't know who any of these guys are. I don't know what the hell has happened to Wolves. Who are these guys? I know Strand Larsen. I know Bellegarde, who actually played a good game today. And before he came off, I thought he was Wolves' best player. I know Gomez and Totti, rather, and Agbadou. I know Johnston. Arias, I know from the Club World Cup, and Andre. The rest of these dudes, I don't know where they've assembled these players from. I genuinely couldn't tell you. And it's no surprise why they are where they are. There's no surprise whatsoever. When you lose players like Cunha, you lose players like Aït-Nouri, and the replacements are Moller-Wolfa. You're in trouble, man. You're in trouble. But for me, it was never about today with Man United. Can you win the game? It's how can you win the game? And the second half was very, very good. The second half, genuinely, even the first half, they had chances, right? They missed so many one-on-ones. Johnston made some big saves. But even in the second half, the amount of times Man United attacked 3v3, 4v4, 5v4, like numerical advantage every single time they went forward. They should have won this game by 8 or 9. Wolves were there for the taking today. And we got 4. I think it's the first time this season we grabbed 4. But this game could have been 5 or 6. It was that bad. It was hardly a contest at times. Some of these ratings, I don't know how Mbeumo and Cunha have left of 8.5 and 8. I'm not too sure about that. And Mount is 7.4. I'm not too sure about that. The defense, fairly good. Oh, Dalot, how did he miss that chance? But the defense, fairly good. Mazraoui, Heaven, Shaw, I don't think they put a foot wrong today. Lamens was relatively untroubled. Another thing with Amorim, bro. Like, we got the win today, so I know people aren't going to want to go at Amorim, but how the hell is Mainoo still coming on in the 78th minute? How is 3-1 up against Wolves away from home, and your first 2 substitutions are still Yoro and Martinez? Like, you're still making leg-for-leg substitutions at center back. Why? I don't I feel like he's trolling me at times. The game is won, bro. Mainoo comes on for the last 10 minutes. Well, he got 20 minutes because of extra time. Shea Lacey, I'm telling you, what is Shea Lacey doing on the bench? It's like we bring him just for show and tell. Hey guys, here's our academy product. You're not going to see him today. I don't understand it. But today, look, I don't think we had to be particularly special to beat this team. I think the first half was way too close for comfort, and we still won the game 4-1. So ultimately, we'll take the 3 points. But I think the next 3 games for Man United are huge. Huge. You're looking at Bournemouth at home, Villa away, Newcastle at home, before again playing Wolves at home. And here we play Wolves, Leeds, Burnley. That has to be 3 wins in a row. But these 3 games, this for me decides our season. Because I could very well see Man United failing to win any of these 3 games. That's just me. I could very well see Man United dropping points to Bournemouth, losing away to Villa, even though we actually have a decent record against them of late, and then dropping points to Newcastle. These are the kinds of games for me where Man United gets figured out. So this game, forgive me for maybe being pessimistic, but I'm not taking anything away from it. It means absolutely nothing to me. This is what you should have done. Like, what? Am I supposed to applaud? It's like, what does Roy Keane say? I'm going to applaud the mailman for delivering the mail. You beat Wolves. Everybody else has this season as well. These 3 games tell me a lot. Like I said, man of the match. For me, it's Mount or Bruno. I thought they were fantastic today. And yeah, man, like, share, subscribe. I'm going to go watch that Jamie Carragher interview now, because it happened while I was on stream. I didn't get to watch it. But some of the quotes that came out are unbelievable. Like, they're actually scarcely believable. Mentioning Egypt, mentioning Chelsea. I'm about to go react to that Jamie Carragher video and give my thoughts and opinions on it. I'll catch you guys then. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Peace.